Hello, back again. Heads up, excuse me, I'm a little nasally, so I'm trying to speak as clear as possible and pronounce as clear as possible. Um, just to go deeper into the last card I pick as a little teaser that came out, Olukun, for my water babies, my marinas, my mermaids, and anyone working with the waters in general. You know that the ruler of the waters. He represents wealth, wisdom, healing, nurturing, even secrecy and mystery. And he's depicted in male, female, androgynous, attending the waters. We have Uri on the side. As I said, this is one of the four market days. Corresponds to the element of water, representing fluidity, cleansing, and emotional depth. The energy to be, excuse me, the energy of the day represents reflection, healing, and activities that involved nurturing and caring. Ori is ideal for spiritual cleansing, community gatherings, and personal introspection. It is also a time to connect with others and with yourself. So, baby, I know, yes, new year, new me, and everything like that, but to get beyond that or get beyond the Gregorian calendar, because we're going to celebrate again in April, the same energy that you poured into others, it's time to pour into yourself. And these are random picks, and I feel like I need to share. Tsunami came, and damn, we all know, like the flood, all the things that have been piling up, that have been, you felt like it's weighing you down, it's just crushing you wave after wave after wave. Yes, it is making new. And paired up with the dam, holding so much energy, storing it for other people. This time you have to generate, it's like a dam generating energy. You generate it for yourself. You fill your own cup. You fill your home, nourish your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit with grounding energies around you. You've tackled all these emotions and any other emotions you have to go through. You're being gentle with yourself. You're being kind with yourself. You know, this represents your household, your altar. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to do? Where are you going with it? What are the ingredients that you need to build this altar space? I was going to say a house space, but altar space. So this, although some of you guys might be building new altars, and in a way where it doesn't mean that you're neglecting others or feeling that suddenly. I think what I'm trying to say is that a lot of times people get used to a certain narrative. And I say be with the situation calls for. Some maybe your narrative was one thing and now it's another, uh, to evolve, to grow, to learn more, so that might look like building a new altar where you finally feel ready to. Maybe you was dabbling in the past with, you know, building a new altar, wasn't unsure of yourself, or maybe comparing yourself to other people. But now I'm picking up like air and water energy. Um, and when I say also with air and water, it doesn't have to be just the fixed sign, it could be your house placement, but heavy on air and water energy. I would also suggest, you know, um, working with air and water energy this coming year. I believe the day on the calendar lies on a water day, the Ori day. So I would suggest like working with water and air movement, where you want to put this energy flow, this currency, knowing where to move and place it. It all blends together. What do you want to do? Air opposite also obviously represents thought, communication. You're utilizing all these tools into, yes, building your new home. You've nourished yourself, and now you're also using it to build your business, build your entrepreneurship up. And it doesn't. And I'm not saying like, oh, you're just suddenly this grand. No, it's baby steps. Be kind with yourself. It may start off looking like maybe candles or, tea bags or whatever the case may be, but you're being very intentional with it. You're looking for the tools. You now know what you need to use, what your tools look like, how they feel like, because now you've walked the walk. Now you can actually share it with other people, and it's your most authentic self. This is the year of authenticity. You're feeling the water. You've had waterborne all of you from other people, and this includes trauma bonding, trauma dumping, all of that stuff. You know, now it's like, no, now I'm taking this water and I'm alchemizing them. You know what I'm saying. um, let's pull. I'm gonna pull a random card. Let's see. Oop, I guess it was to pull me. Island. Oh, okay. Looks like we got a couple. Oh man. Okay. Into Millie. Yeah. She's another water deity. Things coming to light, baby. A lot of things coming to light. Trust the process. Once again, wearing a lot of white, picking up a lot of white, and red beads. But strong on heavy clearing and cleansing, heavy on the space, keeping that airflow in your house. If you weren't before, I would suggest more airflow. Open up those windows, ring those bells, sweep it out, sing, use your voice to speak life into your home, speak prayers, incantations, mantras, whatever you want to call it, go all up and down your house, especially this first month. If you can't commit to the first month, try the first week. Yeah, love jar, baby. Love will come, and love doesn't always have to be with another person. It's your self-love. It's you've nourished and put into a pot what you want to cook for your house, for your literal home that you're building. That maybe, like I said, what looks like a downgrade to somebody else is an upgrade to you, nourishing your comfortability. You're in this new space, but also, like I said before, nourishing your entrepreneurship. And I feel like this goes beyond words, pouring all that love in that pot. And it's so meaty, it's so tasty, and you feel it. You're not just faking the funk, where maybe before it's like, oh, fake it till you make it. Whereas now it's like, no, I feel this. I'm sitting with this. I'm content. I'm comfortable. Yes. Bottom, seaweed. Medicine. She's dressed in medicine, but be mindful, because the same dress that she has may keep her stuck down below. Yeah, her crown, is still able to touch, the air to be to breathe and to, like, yes, receive information. But if you're receiving all this information, but you're not doing anything with it, you're not going anywhere, or you're oversaturated with things. Sometimes you got to minimize. Take your time with stuff. Take your time with your body. Take your time with nourishing yourself. Also, this might be a message for someone specific. Being careful of obsessing too hard or into one thing, that you lose track. And then you don't want it to fall apart. Which is not going to fall apart. You don't want it to fall apart, but just be mindful of any type of addictions. Addictions don't have to be drugs. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna make this a quick video. That is your message, my love. Do I want to go? Well, let's pause. Island. Let's get clarification on that, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm very candid, y'all. I'm very candid. For the longest, people are asking me if I was gonna make a channel, and it's never been me, but I'm doing it now, and it's not gonna be fancy. I'm just gonna be me, and you can take what you need and leave the rest. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah. Things are you'll be just fine. You're gonna have a little hiccup, maybe. People, be careful with contracts. Always read the fine print. Be careful. Be mindful, I should say, because I don't want to put seeds of fear. Be mindful of if it's a fit for you, and it's okay to dip out if it's no longer a fit, because now you've collected all this energy, and you just don't want to. You want to protect it. You just don't want to toss it away. After you. Ooh, I don't know if that boom picked up, but if that's loud and clear, that's your message. You know, be careful with contracts. Be careful where you put your energy in. It's okay to dip. Don't let them gaslight you. If it is no longer aligned with you, you can, you know, walk out peacefully. You're on your journey there else. Be careful of people en masse, you know, coming to seduce you off the trail, coming for your power, a lot coming for your light, I should say. You know, the brighter that now that you're in a more refreshed energy, um, bright perhaps, but definitely picking up refreshed. You'll have people coming towards you trying to suck at that or try to piggyback off your energy. Be careful of piggybacking, of people that want to piggyback off of your energy. You can say it with love, like, hey, you know, boundaries. Stick to those boundaries. Either way, things will work out. You'll be nourished. You'll have everything that you need. I don't think it's going to be a problem for a lot of you too, because now you guys know yourselves. You've passed through the fire. And all the elements. I mean, there's the elements are always steadily rotating, so you're certainly always gonna go through the test. But just be mindful of those coming with contracts and deals, or even side collaborations of trying to wants to pull you away from other people. You know, yes, if it works for yes, but be careful of people that just only want to pull you away from your collective, or other people that you have something going just to feed theirs or just to create division. You know, because people will do that. They'll wiggle their way in, promising all these different things, and you'll think it's a good idea, and you'll jump onto it, right, or into it, and next thing you know, they want what you have. You know, they just want to lead you astray. You know, and bask inside of your light. And I have to also say one more thing before I close out. You know, light and love doesn't mean like ignorance. You know, doesn't mean that you're gonna be uh stupid or foolish, you know, because I think a lot of people are I don't want to say a lot of people, there are certain energies out there that are relying on you to keep that light energy, you know, to have that or energy and aura protection around them, you know, because, you know, if they're close to you, then they're fine. They don't have to do the work, and they can just like suck off your life. It's like, hey, they have enough energy, they have enough life and juju, you know, to sustain both of us. And that's all fine and dandy if you want to do that, you know, free will and everything like that. Just saying, you know, be mindful. It's yours. You do what you will with it, but you're not a gas station. You know, nourish your home, baby. What are the tools? What do you want to do with it? How do you feel? What does it look like? You know, yeah. How does it look like? And this could also represent an actual physical pot. You know, that's also something you can do. Put together a physical pot. Don't even have to be super expensive. You know, get a jar and just fill it with all the things that you love. You know, whether it's affirmations of yourself, put in items of yourself and just feeding it. If you know, if you don't have a strong memory, or if you need a visual, you can do that and place it by your altar. Watch how things manifest as you nurture that pot, that representation of that, you know, love that you're putting into it. Watch it grow. You feel it. Yes, be conscious of your surroundings and plan for the future, but also be very present, you know, intentional. Feel. All right. Feelings don't always have to be like doom and gloom and chaotic and, you know, on the spectrum of just like heartache. That same thing that people assume is a weapon can be your sword and salvation. All right. Peace and love.